Hey, how you doing? I'm here to talk about today. I know there's a lot of people that don't like to take speech class because people are shy. They don't like to stand in front of people and talk and have everyone look at them. So I'm here to tell you today that if if you want to take a speech class and you're a shy person, taking it online is the way to go. But let's just think about some of the key points, some of the good points. I mean, number one, the foremost thing is you don't have to stand in front of people and have people look at you whenever whenever you're giving your speech. Sorry about that. I don't know if you saw the little battery dismiss battery light came on my speech. Um, you don't have the first most important point when taking an online speech class. You don't have to worry about giving a speech in front of people. You don't have everybody standing in front of you. I mean, just think about this. Whenever you're giving your speech in front of class, a lot of people get nervous. They got people staring at them. Another great thing about doing speech online is where you do your speech at. If you're at home and you got people at your house, you go lock yourself in a room. You give a speech. Nobody's going to watch you. There's nothing to be shy about. It's just you and whatever you're recording yourself on. I mean, let's face it. Everybody looks at themselves in the mirror at least once a day in the morning when they get ready. So it's no different from looking in the mirror when you take speech online. You pretty much just recording yourself. Another point, another great point if you take speech online is even if you are nervous at looking at yourself in a recorder, if you mess up, you can actually hit stop. Don't send that speech, and then you start all over again and record it and start brand new. I'm just here saying if you're a person that doesn't like to give a speech in front of people, you get nervous when you stand up. I mean, let's face it, I've been to 3 different schools. I have a degree already in computer programming. This is going to be my second degree in process technician. Everybody seems to want to save speech for last because it's the one class they don't want to take because it makes them so nervous to stand up in front of people. So why not take it online? You don't have to stand in front of anybody. You could do it anywhere in your own house you want. You could close and lock all the doors so no one can see you. And if you mess up, you can hit stop and start all over. Now, some of the disadvantages of taking online is if you're that type of person that needs that one-on-one with a teacher, because I mean, look at some things. Some people can't take math online because they need that teacher to show them how to do it, so that way they know they're doing it right. That you could be the same way about speech. You might need that one-on-one with the teacher, to make sure you're doing your outline right, make sure you get your points right when you give a speech. You can't do that when you do it online. You kind of got to be self-motivated and kind of just do things yourself. Um, if if you're that type of person that likes seeing people's response, so you can kind of get feedback off of your speech. When you do a speech online, I don't know who watches my speech. If some people leave a comment, great, thank you. If some don't, you really don't know how people feel about your speech. So if you're one of those people that kind of feeds off of how people like it responding, in other words, if you're giving a speech and you see kind of people kind of just like, what is this person saying? You might change things up and start going in a different direction to get their attention and to make them respond to you. Like you could see they're drawing their attention. So you can't do that online. You're pretty much just looking at yourself. So if you're that person, then it might not be the right move for you. Also, the only other thing I find was my problem with this is I work a lot, so that if you don't go to that class, you don't have that set schedule. So you kind of tend to push it off to the last minute. Like, oh man, I got home from work. Oh, I got to give a speech today. So if you're that person that needs that set schedule because you feel like you're not going to do your homework on time, then speech online might not be for you. But I really believe that about 90% of people in school, most of the time, are afraid to give a speech. They're afraid to stand up in front of people and have people looking at them. I mean, so speech online would be great for those type of people. I mean, I've taken speech both ways now. In my first degree, I took it where I had to stand up in front of people, and now I've taken it online. And to be honest with you, doing online is the easier way to go. So I'm just here saying that if you have a little bit of fear of standing up in front of people and everything, that you really need to take speech online and and take this class this way. I mean, you have nothing to worry about. All you're doing is looking at yourself. All right, thank you.